Welcome to The Scoop with Dukes. I'm your host, Philip Dukes, a.k.a. DukesTheScoop. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at DukesTheScoop. And please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you have not already become a member of the channel, go to the description in this video and please hit the link and become a member. This is the CU Scoop. And man, huge disappointment in TCU. Colorado loses 35-21 in a very, very, very winnable game. Yet again, the Buffaloes find a way to lose. They are 2-4 on the season. And I had to say they really only got whooped one time. Houston whooped them. Outside of that, this has to be the most dominant 2-touchdown loss I've ever seen. Get what I said. This was a dominant 2-touchdown loss. When I say, how does Colorado dominate the majority of the game and lose by 2 touchdowns? Now, this wasn't a 2-touchdown game the majority of the game based on the game script. That's how that went late. If you did go to mybookie.ag, the spread was 13.5. And if you do go to mybookie.ag, make sure you use my code DSCOOP, DSCOOP. But they covered the spread. When I left from downstairs to come up here and start recording at the 2-minute mark because I saw the writing on the wall, I said, there's no way they covered the spread. I'm thinking they're going to kick the field goal. I look up and they threw another touchdown pass. Everything went in your favor. The game script was perfect starting out. I mean, another 14-0 lead. But this game boils down to leadership and turnovers. Who do you look to when things go bad from the player's perspective and you can't turn the ball over 4 times? Special teams gaff. The interceptions on the goal line. This was less of a loss and more of a giveaway. You say what you want to say. If you watch this game, this was a game that was given away. I'm interested to see how the press conference goes. I wonder who they'll put at the podium. I'm not sure. But this is a tough one for a team that really has been playing a talented roster, a very, very talented roster. You see flashes. You know you got guys who can do great things. Great week of practice. First half, bro, that was taxing. That was a taxing loss because this game had the makings of a blowout. Literally, this could have been a blowout. Everything was set up. You go up 14-0, 6 minutes left before the first half. Before halftime, and you're up 14-0. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown. Turnover. Touchdown, turnover. TCU touchdown. Colorado turnover. TCU touchdown. Colorado drive to the 2-yard line. Turnover. Even getting 3 points there makes this a different ball game because you get the ball back at the half. The script was set up perfectly. That's what makes it sting so much. Sometimes you get guys who you want to talk about how to fix it right now. This is one, we'll fix it tomorrow. We just got to talk about it just so we can get it out. That was some BS. And I guarantee you, Coach Prime ain't happy. The coach staff ain't happy. The players ain't happy. And the fans ain't happy. One big unhappy family. It's It's disappointing to play that. I mean, everybody, you got what you wanted. Let's go to a couple stats right quick. I couldn't believe it myself. I said, man, I know for a fact. I looked at the score. I said, I know for a fact they ain't score again. They scored again. Let me see if I can pull this up right quick. We can look at it all together. We'll go through the box score. Dang. That's tough right there. First, we'll go through the team stats. All right, Colorado, you look better than you've looked all year against Big 12 competition, against Power 4 competition. First down, similar. Third down efficiency, 9 to 14. You can't beat that. 1-on-1 on fourth downs. Gave up 2 out of 3 on fourth downs. Not great. Total yardage, 343. You held them under 400 yards. You would expect to win that game. 217 yards passing with 3 picks. Unacceptable. You don't turn. They don't. Josh Hoover threw 2 picks last game. Throws 4 touchdowns. No interceptions today. Also unacceptable. Rushing the ball, 126 yards, 3.6 yards a carry. It looked like the run game was going to get off. Dallin Hayden had some explosive runs, or he looked explosive. Almost broke a big one. Another untimely penalty. But you still won the penalty battle. Six penalties, 43 yards. Now, very untimely penalties for sure. You won a time of possession finally. You did a lot of what you wanted to do in this game. You did a lot of what you wanted to do, and you still come out 2 touchdowns. Barnes comes back 16 for 48. He's an explosive back. You held him in check. 35 for 94, under 100 yards. You got to be happy with that as far as TCU rushing goes. Eric McAllister, he's got the one-hander, catches another touchdown late. Marion Miller finally breaks out, 6 catches, 89 yards. Timmons 2 for 44. Hakeem Williams had a huge one on third down, late in the game. I thought he did a really good job. Joseph Williams had one that was close. He probably should have caught it anyway on a pass interference. Sincere Brown had one that on a pass interference he probably should have caught as well, but it was still a pass interference. So just some really close calls. This one we can go through and look at all of this. I mean, shoot. London Mayer gets his first sack. That was exciting. Keaton Wade had a sack. You only get 2 sacks. Thought you would have got a little more. Tion Parks came in and did a little bit better. I don't know who caught the last touchdown, like I said. So if that was on Parks, but Parks seemed to come in and stabilize the position a little bit. But yeah, that's the numbers, man. That's the numbers. It's just deflating. Tomorrow we'll get on here and we'll talk about what can be done better. But right now, this is just one of those times where if you drink, I ask you to drink responsibly. If you smoke, I ask that you do that responsibly as well in the comfort of your home, and you just take a woosah. And the crazy part about it is you got to flush this one because you got Iowa State coming off a loss. So you got Iowa State next week. Maybe that's the one where you get off the snide. And this team really and I know I continue to say this, but this team really feels like you're a win away from really stringing something together. But you can't get the first one, the first Power 4 win, the first Big 12 win. This one was hand wrapped given to you. You lose 35-21 and you were up 14, which means that you got outscored 35-7 After 6 minutes in the first quarter, you were outscored 35-7, and it doesn't feel like that at all. Untimely errors, unforced errors, turnovers. You can blame Shermer, you can blame Salter, you can blame Art, you can blame the defense, you can blame Livingston, you can blame anybody, bro. It's just Colorado as a whole. Whatever it is just not working right now. And they got to get it figured out. There's no need to go try to single anybody out because there's plenty of blame to go around the entire team. Nobody played their best ball. Kaidon Salter came. I saw some silver lining for him as well, even with the turnovers, but you can't turn the ball over 4 times. Special teams have been perfect all year. And then you have 1 turnover, and it's like the margin is so slim. It's just a slim margin because you're giving games away. Colorado just can't afford to give games away. Superman 12 and 2 aren't coming. Are they not coming through that locker room? You can't afford to do the things that Colorado was getting bailed out sometimes. They not there. But Jonte's gone. Jimmy Horn's gone. Like, this team has to find it inside of themselves to figure, I don't want to give another game away. They got to find it in themselves. The body language has to be better. The leaders have to come out. And you got to find it again. You got to have another come to Jesus meeting. Again, you got to have a player-led practice. Again, you got to do all of this stuff again in hopes that you can get out the snot against Iowa State and get on the run. But really, you just, like I said, who's worried about Big 12 and all of the others? Get one. You got to get one. All right, y'all, man. Drop your thoughts and your feelings in the comments, man. This is really just a woosah meeting, man. It's still, hey, still you're at the midway point of the season. 2-4, you can flip it to 4-2. Go 6-6. Go you go what? 6-0. What you go 8-4, 5-1. What? 7-5. That's what's left. But before you get to any of that, you got to go 1-0 next Saturday. All right, that's about time, folks. Drop your feelings in the comments. It's an open forum. I'll respond to some of them. DukesTheScoop. I'm out.